welcome to exciting men's volleyball action. As you can see behind me, we're getting ready for a matchup between the Golden West Rustlers and the Brahmas of LA Pierce. Both teams come into the match with a 3-2 record. Recently, the Rustlers had a 3-game winning streak, but that was snapped as they were visiting Santa Monica, losing in 4 sets, 3-1. The team is led offensively by Lalau Tagagu with 57 kills. That's 3rd in the conference. Meanwhile, defensively, they have one of the best players in the league, Jarrett Neal. He leads the conference with 81 digs. So 3-2 coming in. They will look to rebound from that loss in Santa Monica. Meanwhile, LA Pierce, they have a lot of history with Golden West. They were knocked out of the state championships last year, and their head coach, he previously played for the team in 2000, and that was the team that ended the 4-year run for Golden West in the state championships. They wanted to run their own, and it's been quite an uphill battle back and forth for a number of years between these two clubs. We'll be back with all the action right after this on the Golden West Athletic Network. Hello everybody, welcome to men's volleyball action. Golden West College just about to get started here against the LA Pierce Brahmas. Both teams with a 3-2 record. The winner, of course, will go to 4-2. Golden West in the green shorts, white tops. LA Pierce, the visitors, red shorts. Little gray, a little white in their tops today. The last time these two teams met was the state championships a year ago. Golden West ultimately knocking out LA Pierce in that tournament. LA Pierce will serve first, as they have some communication with the line judge here before we get things underway. The whistle has been blown, and here we go. The first point going to Golden West. They take it down. And just like that, they will serve now. Back to serve is Lau Togagu, one of the top offensive players for Golden West. A good block there on the edge. Golden West pumped up here in early action. Allow back to serve. Three straight points to start things out here in the opening set. And LA Pierce gets on the board. The coach for LA Pierce, Lance Walker, a former player for the club, in his 2nd year coaching. Back to serve, the libero, Andy Aguila. And having trouble with that one on the serve is Kevin Gorentz. So LA Pierce battling back here. Gorentz handles that one cleanly. And there's the point for Golden West. Back to serve will be Burton Payton. A lot of communication on the court. That's always good to see. Unable to handle that cleanly as Lau. He tried to set it, but it came in a little too quickly for him. Some confusion there defensively, but they get it over. And there's another point for LA Pierce. They do have one of the top offensive players in their conference. It's now tied 4-4. Daniel Jacobs, the freshman outside hitter, first in the conference with 84 kills. Some quick action. There's another point for Golden West on the outside. Kevin Gorence with the kill. We have a substitution entering the game is Michael Vargas. And he will go straight to serving. And an ace for him. Unable to handle that. Defensively, Matt Coleman having trouble with it. Working quickly is Golden West, and another one. Michael Vargas getting inserted in the game and quickly putting a couple points on the board. There's a block, and the point going to LA Pierce. The hands turned outwards, and the ball ended up going out of bounds. Nice effort there, but unable to keep it inward. Wisely watching that one go by is Golden West. It's been back and forth here, but Golden West has been in control. Kevin Gorence now back to serve. There's a point for LA Pierce. We see Ike Nwachi for the first time to serve in the set. Some rough defense there, but they get it over, and they were able to pick that one off the ground. I thought it was going to hit the ground. Tries for the tip, and it backfires. The Brahmas were not fooled there. Golden West still leading, 8-7 now the score. Flat-footed on the serve. And there's the kill for Lau. Golden West to serve. Nice defense in the back row there. And I don't think he meant to get it over, but it works out in Golden West's favor. Dior Rodriguez. That one goes out of bounds. The point to Golden West. One noticeable difference between the men's and women's game, at least the ones I've watched here. The men a lot more vocal on the court. Golden West leading by 3 now. A nice dig there. Good effort by LA Pierce, but unable to get it once it was that far near the bench. It was hard to get any leverage to square it back up. Garrett Covey to serve now for the Rustlers. Nice setup there by the Brahmas. But right back come the Rustlers. And Lau able to swing it home. That one goes out of bounds, a little too much loft on it. Fortunately for Golden West. I mentioned this is the first time these two teams have met this season. 3-2 record for each squad. This is the first set, best out of 5. Poked over there, but LA Pierce able to recover. And bringing that one home is Daniel Jacobs. Nice kill for him there. Jacobs again with the kill. That one came in a little too softly, and he was able to take advantage. Unable to get it over the net. Fortunately for Golden West, they get the point and the ball back. Lau back to serve now. Native of Garden Grove. Have to get it over, they do. A lot of action here. Well played by both sides, and ultimately Golden West comes out of it with the point. Well done. Serve from Lau. The set for the Brahmas. It's blocked, but it looks like it goes out of bounds. It does. So once again, a good effort from Golden West, but just need to turn their hands in a little bit. The libero, Andy Aguila, serving. And the block from LA Pierce, but this time it goes out of bounds the other way. Daniel Jacobs couldn't quite keep it in the lines. So 16-12 now. Golden West has led the whole way, but it has been close. Daniel Jacobs having some trouble here the last couple of possessions. Unable to get it over the net on that third shot. Timeout called. So perhaps the head coach for LA Pierce, Lance Walker, not liking what he's been seeing the past few minutes as he has a conversation with Bryant Lagmay. And both squads will get together. Head coach for Golden West, Casey Harwell. Telling his players to keep the momentum going. Don't let the Brahmas back into this one. A lot of history between these two clubs, but as it is with any community college, these players are changing every year. So not necessarily bad blood, but you have to imagine these coaches have filled them in that these two teams have been very competitive over the years. Timeout over now. They're ready for action. Golden West leading 17-12 here in the first set. Serving from the far side. And Pierce gets on the board out of the timeout. Matt Coleman back to serve. Lofts it in there. Good setup, but some indecision there. If they get this one over, that'd be impressive. Came off a crossbar off the roof, but they are able to concentrate. And it's quite the rally here, but LA Pierce, that was good effort by Golden West. As you see, Lau slam his palms into the ground, but there wasn't much else he could have done with that. So LA Pierce with 2 straight points out of the break. near the scores table. Bryant Lagme having some trouble there. So 18-14 now. First to 25 points, as long as it's by 2. Michael Vargas back to serve. The block, but it goes out of bounds. The point for Golden West. Slams it into the net. Does Ike Nwachi. Golden West has led the whole way. And another timeout. Using them aggressively. Lance Walker having more conversations this time with Bryant Lagme. But like I said in the break last time, Casey Harwell's got to be telling his club just to keep things going. They have played pretty well. They've certainly been putting in effort, even in situations where they've struggled defensively when the ball has gone wide. They've been diving and bouncing all over the court. So the effort is there, and as a head coach, that's the number one thing you want to see. So they got to keep the momentum. Out of the timeout last time, we did see LA Pierce score a couple points before Golden West was able to respond. So we'll see what happens here. So we have 10 seconds remaining in the timeout. 20-14 here in the first set. I'm Shane Downey bringing you all the play-by-play this evening. Michael Vargas still with the service for Golden West. Some trouble there defensively, but they do recover. Pushes it over, and it lands inbounds. You saw Lau watch that one at his feet, expecting it to go outside the lines, but it does not. And just like last time, LA Pierce is on the board first out of the timeout. Golden West still leading by 5, however. Daniel Jacobs ready to serve. Some conversation here with the line judge. Looks like everything's all straightened out. Golden West in position now. Good dig there by LA Pierce. Good setup. And they get it. Nicely done by Golden West. Kevin Gorens. (21-15). Golden West 4 points away from taking this first one. Make it 3 points. You can tell there's some confusion on the Brahma side of things defensively. They play this one cleanly, and they get the point there. Unable to come up with it is number 4, Michael Vargas, as he went to his knees. Back to serve now, Ike Nwachi. Good effort there from Golden West. Another one into the net, and another point for the Rustlers. Just 2 points away now from taking the first set. Looks like a substitution here. Entering the game is Burton Payton. He'll be playing up front. Dior Rodriguez back to serve. Lau put it over strongly, but it was blocked, but they do recover. He tries to tip it that time, and they get the point. So Lau trying a little bit of everything, and he comes up successful. Just 1 point away now. Set point. It was close, but out of bounds, says the line judge. LA Pierce will have to put together quite a run if they want to come back here in the first set. Here's a tip, but they do recover. Push it over. Lau brings it home, and they take it. So the first set goes to the Golden West Rustlers, 25-17. Well done. They were in the lead the whole time and managed to put it away. We'll be right back with more action right after this. We're back for the second set of action after Golden West took the first one by the score of 25-17. They led all the way in that one, and we'll hope to keep the momentum going here in the second set. I mentioned in the pregame they'd love to start a new winning streak. They had a 3-game winning streak snapped in their last match, but why not start a new one here at home? We're just about ready for action as LA Pierce straightens out who they want starting this second set. Looks like for Golden West, Lau will be serving to start things out here. We are ready for action. LA Pierce with the first point of the second set, and I believe their first lead of the match altogether. So we'll see if Golden West can bounce back. It's only 1-0, but the first time they've been down. Back to serve now the libero, Andy Aguila. Nice recovery. That spike didn't quite make it over the net. And 2-0 now in favor of the Brahmas. Some conversation here between the coaching staff and the referees. Not sure. You can hear the head coach, Casey Harwell, asking for some clarification, but whatever the line judge saw, he didn't like what he saw. Well, it looks like that conversation is over now. Here's the serve. High in the air. That goes out of bounds, and Golden West is on the board here in the second set. A little too much muscle into that one from Daniel Jacobs. LA Pierce putting it in the middle of the court. A couple diving members of the Rustlers, but no one able to come up with it. Matt Coleman to serve for the Brahmas. You can see the frustration on behalf of the Rustlers there. That one able to get underneath it. He handles that one cleanly. This one is driven home. Nicely done for the kill. That was Garrett Covey. Back to serve now, Michael Vargas. Nice block. Tried to do it again. It's tipped. It goes out of bounds, and the point will go to LA Pierce. High in the air for the serve. A nice dig there. Golden West battling back here. Dior Rodriguez, the libero with the dig. Well done. Keep the ball alive. Golden West trailing by 2 now. That one comes off the roof. Golden West adding another. Kevin Gorens back to serve again. That was set up for no one. Some miscommunication on the attack for LA Pierce, and Golden West has tied it up now. We'll see if they can get the lead. They block, and that gets poked out of bounds, and they do indeed take the lead for the first time in this set. 6-5 now. Here's Gorens. Just over the net. There's the block, but the point going to LA Pierce. All tied up yet again. Lots of different serving styles here. That one's just poked over by Lau. And a duo of defenders unsure what to do with it. He winded his arm back and then barely tapped it over. That one is tipped out of bounds. Tied up yet again at 7. So some back and forth action here in set number 2 after Golden West was able to take the opener 25-17. Golden West does recover, just gets it over. Here's another one, and they're not going to come up with that one cleanly. LA Pierce back in control. There's a nice kill for Garrett Covey. He'll be back to serve now. See if LA Pierce can do something with this. They have to get it over, they do. Here's a set, but that one is too strong. Oh, it's called in. Excuse me. Golden West with the point. Unless there was a tip, it looked like it went in cleanly. So the Rustlers back in control now, 9-8 the score. In front of the LA Pierce Brahmas. Another point, a good block there. As you see the celebration. Just over the net, and LA Pierce didn't know what to do with that one. I think they were expecting it to come up short, and once it got over, they were late to respond. There's the block, it makes it over, but that point's going to go to LA Pierce. Golden West now leading by 2. Set and driven home. Nicely done by Peyton. Lau back to serve now. A high set, that one is in, it looks like. It just catches the line as Golden West watched that one hit the pavement. Andy Aguila to serve. Nice block there defensively for the Rustlers. See if they can do it again. They do. Nicely done there. A couple good defensive stops, and then able to finish it off is Peyton. Looks like some confusion with the substitutions. Taken care of now. Chris Vu into the game and to serve. It's poked over and Vu, or excuse me, that was Lau unable to handle it. So Vu just in to serve, he's back out now. So some quick substitutions for Casey Harwell. LA Pierce pumped up with that point. They now lead it, or Golden West leading it 13-12. Poked over by Lau. That one's spiked, but out of bounds. The Rustlers leading 2 now. They're already up 1-0 in the match. Would love to make it 2-0. The block goes high in the air. Rustlers recover, and it's spiked. Nicely done by DJ Conan. Hasn't been in on the action very much today, but certainly shows some prowess there. That one goes a little too long. But Golden West still in control. Here's the up in the air serve. A nice dig there. That's going to go out of bounds. Lots of communication going on in the court, but we're ready now. Another big dig. And unable to handle that one. Daniel Jacobs has trouble with it. Jarrett Neal, the libero on the court for Golden West, one of the top defensive players in the conference. Currently leading the conference in digs. This one is tightly contested here in the second set, now 16-15. A little too much muscle from Lau on that attempt. We are all tied up yet again, 16-all. So LA Pierce bouncing back here in the last few minutes. Here's a good setup. The tip over. Can they recover? It doesn't look like it. A little obstruction there, but not much you can do about it. And Golden West again will retake the lead. Back to serve now, Jarrett Neal. And another point for them. They will be back. So 18-16 now. They struggled early on here in this set, but Golden West has managed to come back and take the lead. That one, is it out of bounds? I believe it is. It is. So a couple straight points with Neal serving, and that's going to cause a timeout called by LA Pierce. So the Brahmas took the early lead. They struggled in the first set, didn't have the lead at all in that one. And then here in the second set, got a couple points on the board early, but the Rustlers have been able to respond. It's been very back and forth when they were in the early teens, but the past few points going to the Rustlers, and they now lead it 19-16. Daniel Jacobs, one of the top offensive players for the Brahmas. Unless there's been a number change I'm unaware of, there he hasn't been on the court. So there must be some sort of injury concern, or he didn't make the trip for whatever reason. But that's fortunate for the Rustlers. I'm sorry, Jacobs is out there. He just hasn't been in on much of the action. He has struggled defensively. Here he is. But one of the top defensive players going against one of the top offensive players. So far, the defense of the Rustlers has won out. There's a good rally here from both clubs, but that's going to go way wide. So now a 4-point lead. And the Rustlers have gone on a run here with Jarrett Neal on the serve. Poked over. Can they recover? They do. Can't get it that one time. Lau driving it home. And now a 5-point lead for the Rustlers. Timeout called. So a 5-point run with Jarrett Neal serving for Golden West. And LA Pierce having some trouble here, in danger of losing the first two sets. Golden West needing 4 points to accomplish that. Golden West so far at home, just 1-2. They've won both of their away matches so far. Just about ready for action yet again. Jarrett Neal to serve, hoping to keep the streak alive. Been 5 straight points for the Rustlers. The bench is pumped up. We're jumping around back there. Puts it over the net. Good setup, but again, Neal able to recover defensively. Some indecision there, but the Rustlers do get it over. The block attempt is going to come up short, and LA Pierce gets on the board for the first time in a few minutes. 21-17 now. Back to serve Bryant Lagme. Kevin Gorans talking to a judge. Here's a yellow card. Whatever was said, didn't quite like it. Gorans trying to pump up his teammates. Some communication over at the scorer's table just to register everything. Looks like we are ready for action now. 21-17 here in the second set. Comes off the roof again. LA Pierce has had that happen to them a couple times now. Good block from him. Golden West recovers. They'll try it again. We can set this one up. But the block by LA Pierce is well executed. Just a 3-point game now. And timeout called yet again. So coming out of the last timeout, LA Pierce puts a couple points on the board, and all of a sudden the momentum has changed just a little bit. Golden West a 3-point lead to work with, needing 4 to take the first 2 sets this evening. Golden West's next matchup will be at Santa Barbara on the 21st, and they'll be back at home a week from today to take on their cross-county rivals, OCC. And we'll be back with you next Wednesday to bring the action of that evening. Golden West has yet to sweep a match, 3-0 so far this season. Bryant Lagnay with the serve, unable to get it over, so that certainly works out in Golden West's favor coming out of the break. 3 points away now. Back to serve, Garrett Covey. Nicely done offensively, some back and forth action, but Golden West just 2 points away now from taking the first 2 sets. It wasn't that long ago these two teams were tied at about 15 or 16, but they hand the ball right back. Now a 4-point game, 23-19 in favor of the Rustlers. One of the top defensive players in the conference. Not sure what to do with that one. He gets some consolement from his teammates. They know they have a good one back there, and he just had a lapse of judgment. And they come right back with the point. Jared Chase with the kill. And Lau will be back to serve. This is set point here. That's going to go out of bounds, but oh, it was tipped by Golden West. So it's still close, 24-21. Golden West needing just 1 point. Now back to serve. Andy Aguila. They have time to set this one up. Pierce on the attack, and that's going to come off the back wall. So LA Pierce isn't done yet. The Brahmas battling back here. And that is gonna do it as Golden West takes the first 2 sets. This time it was a little closer. LA Pierce with a lot of back and forth action. They were in the lead early, but Golden West able to recover and take it in the end. That one goes 25-22 in favor of the Rustlers. We'll be back right after this, see if the Rustlers can sweep in tonight's match. Shane Downey here with you with the play-by-play. Golden West College, the Rustlers taking on the LA Pierce College Brahmas. First matchup between these two clubs as we head to the 3rd set of the match. The Rustlers winning the first 2, 25-17 and 25-22 respectively. LA Pierce will have the serve. Here we go. And just like that, the Rustlers get on the board first. One to nothing in favor of the home team. Scoreboard had it wrong for a moment, but now they will get a point to LA Pierce as things are tied up at 1-1. Lau having trouble with the serve. Back to serve for LA Pierce, Andy Aguila. Here's the set and driven home. That time by number 9, Burton Payton. So some quick action here. Golden West in the lead. They would love to get their first sweep of the season. This being the 6th game. And another point for them. 3-1 the score in favor of the Rustlers. It's been a balanced attack. Everyone getting in on the action for Golden West. The last time these two teams met was in the state tournament. Golden West winning. And it was tipped and comes off the wall. So LA Pierce now back to serve. Matt Coleman. They set things up. Nice recovery there, but LA Pierce has time to put it up again, but a good block there in the corner, led by Kevin Gorens. A little bit of a struggle there defensively, but they do recover. Gorens tries to put it over, but the block works for the Brahmas. Golden West leading by just 1 now. That high in the air serve from Daniel Jacobs not working out for him that time. Unable to get it over the net. Jacobs does lead his respective conference in service aces. He's 2nd in service aces per set, but he is yet to get one against the Golden West Rustlers today. Rustlers now doubling them up, 6-3. I said first, he's 4th with 7, but it's tightly contested there. Good block there by LA Pierce. Ikenwachi back to serve. He watches that one go out of bounds. Lofted it a little too much, and it floated. And wisely watching it go by was the backcourt of the Rustlers. So now back to serve Jarrett Neal. They went on a run in the second set with Jarrett Neal serving. There's a block there, but a little too strong. So no such run in this set as the ball goes right back to the Brahmas. Tries to plug it into the corner, and it's going to work. Another kill by Peyton. He wisely put it into the corner, and the defense struggling to shift their weight that way. That one comes in hot, but can Golden West get it over? They make a good attempt at it, but can't get it over. Golden West still in the lead by 2 now. The backcourt looking a little dejected for LA Pierce after that point. Up by 3 yet again is the Rustlers. Lau back to serve. Good block there, but angled it out of bounds. Aguila being substituted for. Now Robbie Rutecki will enter the game. He serves it. That one, did it go out of bounds? It did not. It was close, but the majority of the Rustlers were in the front court, so good placement there by the Brahmas. Here's a set that just about gets over. A little confusion there defensively. You got members of both squads running all over the place, and that one's going to go all the way near the LA Pierce bench. And all of a sudden, this one is tied at 9. So with Rutecki coming in to serve, all of a sudden LA Pierce going on a little bit of a run of their own. But that one is driven right into the chest of Bryant Lagme, and he could not control it. And the point going to Golden West. Chris Vu puts it over the line. Possible substitutions here. Vu exiting the game. Now back in is Jarrett Neal. Nice kill there by Jared Chase, as he quickly exits the game following the kill. Now back to serve, Michael Vargas. Good block there. Pierce sets things up yet again. Perfect little loft over the defenders for the Rustlers. You saw the 2 players for LA Pierce going up for the block. The libero in the backcourt tried to dive for it, but came up empty. Block, but it goes out of bounds. That's one thing that Golden West has had trouble with in the match, it seems like. They've had a lot of blocks, but unable to keep it in bounds. So here's Daniel Jacobs. He's going to toss it high in the air. But so far, Golden West hasn't had any trouble with that one. The point going to Golden West. Looks like the line judge saying that LA Pierce went over. Kevin Gorence to serve. And that one's going to go too far. 13-12 now. These last two matches, or sets, excuse me, have been close. But ultimately the Rustlers have taken the first two. Nice little poke over, but the Brahma is able to recover. We'll see if they can set things up yet again. Do the Rustlers a little too strong there. Nice dig there by Neal. Another little dump over, and this time the Brahma is unable to recover. The point going to the Rustlers. See what Neal can do with the serve here. Nice dig defensively by LA Pierce. Another point, Gorence getting the job done. You can see Daniel Jacobs, he's been active. You can see the athleticism, and he certainly hits the ball hard. But you got to give credit to the defense. He just taps this one over, however. You can see him pumped up. Just as I mentioned his name, Daniel Jacobs for the Brahmas, able to get a kill there. So maybe he was thinking what I was thinking. He was putting a lot of power into the ball, and that wasn't working for him. He decides to change things up, and he gets the point. But Golden West quickly to respond. They now lead it by 2 points, 16-14. Back to serve, Garrett Covey. Another good block by Golden West. Neal picks it up off the ground. It was Gorence and Neal going for it, and they eventually are able to come up with the kill. Well done there, as they had to have a couple players diving all over the place to keep that one alive. And a timeout called. So the Rustlers just 8 points away from taking this third set and taking the match 3-0. LA Pierce, we've seen them a couple times coming out of timeouts, able to respond and get points on the board. But if you're head coach Casey Harwell, you want to keep this going. You want to finish this off very soon. You don't want to let LA Pierce back into things. Golden West looking for their first sweep of the season. It would be their fourth win of the season. They'll be making the long drive out to Santa Barbara just 2 days from now on Friday. And then back here at the Golden West Gym next Wednesday to take on Orange Coast College. Both those games at 6 p.m. And they won a week from today. We will be bringing you all the action yet again. So 17-14 now. But the point going to LA Pierce out of the timeout. So they're keeping it close. This is very similar to what we saw in the second set. All Golden West cares about is the same result as they took that one down. That one is driven home. Number 6, Jared Chase getting in on the action. Some substitutions for LA Pierce. Lau back to serve. Got to get it over. Tries the soft touch, but it doesn't work this time. And that one went right near the face of Matt Coleman. He put his hands up almost defensively, and it came off his palms and headed south. 19-15 now, 6 points away. They add another one on the board. Now a 5-point lead. They have a little bit of cushion. Timeout called. This is a similar situation that we saw in the second set. They were up by, I believe it was this exact score, 20-15, and they went on a little bit of a run. And then coming out of the timeout, LA Pierce has responded. Overall, this whole set, obviously, the Rustlers have had a better performance on both sides of the ball. But coming out of timeouts, for whatever reason, LA Pierce has had a little bit more success. Golden West breaks up their huddle. They're ready to go early. Still 15 seconds remaining in the timeout. But they want to get this one over with. Lau will be back to serve. So after winning the first set 25-17, the second one 25-22, they currently lead the third set 20-15. Lau dribbles the ball, spins it on his palm, here he goes. And just like that, some defensive troubles for LA Pierce. And they have some trouble defensively. They double touch it. So now 21-15, 4 points to go. Lau has some trouble with the serve. You can see him, he smacks his head. He knows that he messed up. But one thing I've noticed with the Golden West squad, a lot of camaraderie. Anytime a mistake has been made, the teammates are quickly there to console whoever it may be. And if a good play is made, quickly there to congratulate them. Either way, they're with each other thick or thin. There's a nice setup, but LA Pierce able to get there. As you see, head coach Lance Walker cheering them on from the sidelines, hoping for a comeback. That one goes long, and the Rustlers will get the ball right back. Burton Payton with the serve. 22-17, 3 points away now. Good block there. They set things up. Lawrence with the dig. Some nice back and forth action from both squads. But it ultimately ends with LA Pierce getting the point. Matt Coleman will be back to serve for the Brahmas. Some power there as it comes off the top. Just 2 points away now. You'll get the sense that the Rustlers can feel the end is near. Here's the serve. Nice recovery there by Neal. Gorens gets it over. Pierce putting in a good effort. This ball's tight to the line. Lance Walker trying to keep the spirits up of LA Pierce. Now just a 4-point game. That goes long. Daniel Jacobs, been one of the top players in the service aces department. But Golden West hasn't been fooled this evening. Just 1 point away now. That goes, oh. Golden West thought they had it. Oh, they do give it to them, and that's going to do it. No quick instinct from the line judge. 25-19, Golden West takes down the third set. They take it in straight sets this evening. First 25-17, 25-22, and then 25-19. The first sweep of the season for the Golden West Rustlers as they improve to 4-2 on the season. We'll be back with interviews right after this. Here with head coach Casey Harwell. Casey, you guys got it done in 3 sets, your first sweep of the season. How'd that one feel?
It was good. We scrapped and fought for 3 sets. It seemed like they were a long 3 sets, though. It was a really heated battle. It was a lot of fun for our guys.
Meanwhile, on the LA Pierce side, your guys were going against one of the top offensive players, but your defense held up strong. How'd they do in your assessment?
Pierce was real good. We had a real good, solid plan on defense, and it took us about a set and a half to get into it, but once we were into it, we felt like we did a pretty good job on defense.
You know, there was a lot of back and forth action, especially in that second and third set. But one thing I noticed, whenever a member of your team made a mistake, his teammates were quick to maybe keep him pumped up. What did you think?
Yeah, that's one of the characteristics of our team. It's a little bit coaching staff driven, but honestly, the players that we have play every point, and they don't hang on to anything that prevents them from playing the next point. And that's the personality of a couple of our guys, and it shows. It kind of carries into our team.
Now, you had a 3-game winning streak snapped against Santa Monica recently. You think this could be the start of a new winning streak?
Oh, I hope so.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
Well, that's going to wrap things up here from Golden West College. We'll be back next week.